Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, and I am back with another series. I was actually really upset about the whole OBS thing going wrong. Uh to the fact of canceling the Season of Spoops video. Ignore the Halloween decorations. I'm actually recording this on All Hallows Day, actually, of all days. I had so many recordings that didn't go well. Like the cartoon summer resort, the last part also was affected apparently by the OBS issue. Um, OBS team, please, if you see this, please fix issue. Please tell me how to fix issue if I can fix, or tell me if you can fix. I don't know. I just want issue fixed. I am back to using Bandicam, and so as the title of the game kind of says, bear with me on this because I am trying my best. And I'm glad that I have a backup recording software, but I would really prefer to use OBS purely for the fact of the file sizes are a lot smaller when recording. It compresses a lot better. Uh yes. But so the game that I'm playing today is another one that I actually have played in the past, but it has been so many years that I am pretty sure that I've forgotten most of the puzzles and everything else. But it's a game that really holds near and dear to my heart, and I had actually heard that there was a sequel to this, and so I actually really want to get to this as well. And this is the game Bear With Me. So as I said, and as you can see on the screen here, I have already played this. So I will be starting a new game entirely from scratch, but I just kind of want to point out the graphics here. This is one of the things I really love about this game is, yes, it is set in kind of like that black and white 1940s, like noir detective kind of style. These are our protagonists down here. This little girl and her gruff noir detective teddy bear. So yeah, I don't remember their names at all. That is how long it's been since I've played this game, and I am talking over the music only because I'm afraid that it might be copyrighted. But if you do get the chance, I would actually look up the music for it. It has kind of this creepy air to it, but it is really nice. Anyways, let's just get into it. New game, please. Exordium Games presents Bear With Me. That's how I feel exactly what my life is going with right now. Just bear with me, guys, okay? I'm trying my best. Everything's red. Why is it red? Who died? What was that? The Grim Reaper? And what is that symbol? What are these hexes?
Please wake up.
Oh, my name is Amber. That is a really creepy giraffe. Millie. Hi.
Millie, my toy giraffe. I've had her since I was 5 years old. She seems frightened. I should talk to her.
Millie looks not only frightened, but frightening. I don't know if I'd... well, if you've had her since you were 5, I guess you gotta keep her, but...
It seems you had a nightmare.
There was a fire.
There was this fire and black smoke was coming from the windows. Funny thing is, it didn't feel scary to me, like I wasn't really there.
Was it Paper City?
No, I don't think so. What are you doing here, Millie? Are you all right?
Oh no, miss. Something terrible is happening down in Paper City. I came here as soon as I could. I wanted to warn you and your brother not to go there, but when we arrived, I could only find you.
What do you mean?
Miss, I'm afraid your brother is missing.
I have to go find Flint. Millie, you stay here and rest. I'll come and check up on you later.
Please, before you go around looking for your brother, miss, go and find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along. He's retired now, but he was always so fond of you. I'm sure he'll help you out. He may not be an easygoing man, but he has a kind heart.
Ted? I know where he is. He has a small office in my closet, but Ted and we can't work together anymore. Mostly because I'm still smart and driven and he's become a burnout.
I haven't seen him since he left the city. But whatever falling out you two had, I beg you to reconcile.
Okay, Millie, I'll go ask him.
Okay, Millie, I'll go ask him. But I'm not sure if he'll even hear me out. We left off on a really bad note.
It's a shame you two aren't working together anymore. You were always such good friends. But for your sake, miss, please don't go wandering around alone. There is something else I haven't told you about. The reason I came all the way down here. There is this man that came down to Paper City a week ago. He's asking a lot of questions about you.
What man?
We call him the Red Man. There were a lot of fires down in the city this past week, ever since he showed up. The officials are burying their heads in the sand, while this man has an entire city, your city, miss, cowering in fear.
Well, Paper City Police Department isn't known for its heroic head-on approach to crime fighting.
The mayor and the commissioner have issued a citywide lockdown until all of this is sorted out. A lot of people are escaping the city. We managed to escape through the East Tunnel's maintenance route, but most of the exits are closed off now.
You said we escaped. Is someone else here with you?
The Mugshot boys helped me through the East Tunnel, bless their hearts. We arrived at Flint's room, but he wasn't there, so I came here to wake you up.
I have to go now, Millie. I'll be back as soon as I can to come check on you. Do you need anything?
I'm fine, little miss. I just need to rest is all. Please, before you go out, find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along.
Wow, that was a lot of information just thrown at us at once. How old am I? Like 8? And I have an entire city that I'm in charge of, and it's burning to the ground as we speak. Wow, this is a lot of responsibility. It's so funny because I just remember seeing a bunch of like these YouTube shorts and TikToks talking about like the difference in how boys play and the difference in how girls play. It's like, you know, boys are like, oh, like I'm a superhero and I fight crime and I beat up bad guys and I help old ladies cross streets and everything like that. And then girls, it's like a freaking telenovela. They're like, oh my god, Richard's the father. It isn't Paul? Oh my god. Christina, what were you doing in Cancun with Richard? What happened? And it's like, aren't you like 4? How do you know about these storylines? Oh my god. This is one thing that obviously, it's pretty obvious, but obviously so. I think this is happening in Amber's head, of course. Because she's a child, and this is a stuffed animal that she's talking to, and Ted, of course, is also a stuffed animal. And it's just so funny just to see these little storylines play out for a child. A child!
So fluffy and comfortable.
Apparently not comfortable enough to not keep you from having nightmares.
It's my bed. It comes with all the luxuries a bed should have.
Luxuries, huh? Your cardboard bed? Case.
If I had a label maker, I would label this Amber's Stuff, and I would keep my label maker there.
She's organized, at least. We'll give her that. I am... Are those pills? Oh, that's a battery. Okay, never mind.
It's as useful as batteries are. That's saying a lot.
Well, I'm gonna take it.
I'll just pick this up. You never know when it might come in handy.
You actually... It always comes in handy. I am the person that literally, if I see any sort of small thing like batteries, tape, office supplies, really, I will hoard it on my person. And I am also the person that at any given time, people are like, dang, I wish I had a paperclip. I'm like, you need a paperclip? And they're like, you just had that on you? I'm like, yeah. I always come prepared, my dude. This is the reason why I was called the mom friend. It wasn't only because I was taking care of everybody. It was because I was the most prepared. Every minor inconvenience I'm prepared for. I got it locked down, okay? I may not have children yet. I'm ready for children, though. I am preparing myself with children via my friend group.
It's all about the birds and the bees, and how the birds like to eat the bees and other insects.
Sweetheart, I think you're a little young for that topic. I don't think you should be learning about the birds and the bees just yet. I think you should wait till you're a little older. Let's try 13. Let's wait till then.
An extensive collection of colored pencils I acquired over the years.
Cool. Radio.
Sometimes I hear voices coming out of it. They're usually kind of informative.
As voices from the radio are.
My collection of paintings. Mom said I could have any painting in the house for my room. It was a rigorous selection process.
Oh. Last night's supper.
Cornflakes. They've gotten cold and mushy and gross. Yes, drawers. What will they think of next?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to tell me what each drawer was. Like, is this the folder drawer? Is this, like, the drawer where you keep your games? Is one in, like, a junk drawer?
Oh, that's right. I remember playing with this a couple of days ago. It fell on the floor and the lens broke. I'll take the magnifier with me, but I better repair it before I return it to Ted.
Oh. Yeah.
It produces particles, or is it waves?
I believe it's waves. Light waves.
I've read all of these. Some of my favorites are Necronomicon, Dyslexia, and Cal to Fright It. Last Encounter, A Trip Through the Wormhole.
You know, if I ever have children, I'm a little skeptical if I want a daughter at this point. Not only am I sure she will be coming up with telenovela type imaginary storylines, but I'm also a little scared that she's gonna try to raise the dead. With her Necronomicon that she just randomly found at the library. Or online. Because she'll probably... I will probably, unfortunately, have an iPad kid who will know how to hack into stuff. Because that would be my kid.
It's a broken clock. Totally useless without the small hand.
I was getting ready to ask, why would you have a broken clock? And then I remembered that one on the wall behind me is also broken. I periodically hear it ticking in the middle of the night. But for the rest of the day, it don't tick.
They belong to my mom. She must have forgotten them in here when she was cleaning. I don't really need glasses, but maybe they'll come in handy. Better take them with me just in case.
I don't know, maybe return them to your mother, who probably is blind as a bat and needs them?
I just can't seem to find any time in my busy schedule to unpack properly.
Ah. Okay.
Nothing interesting about them. Well, one of them has a PhD in clinical virology, so I guess that's something.
The frick is virology? You know what? If a pillow can go to college and go to school and get a PhD, I want every single one of you to know that you are smart enough as well to get a PhD. Or even just a bachelor's. Just a bachelor's if you want to. Okay? A pillow can get a PhD. It don't have a brain. If it can get a PhD, you can excel too. Was that uplifting enough for you guys? Do you feel inspired?
I use this chest as a reading bench sometimes. Unlike most women, I just like to sit near the window on a cold autumn day under a warm blanket with a good book. It's just this weird quirk I have.
She's just so quirky. Obviously, most of my reading is usually manga and comic books. But I would actually love to have a house with like a little reading nook in it. With a bay window. That is like one of the things I would love that would be so freaking cozy. Just have like a cushioned little bay window reading nook. I love that. So good.
I don't have a green thumb, like, at all. Well, I do now, but I was doodling with a green crayon last night.
Wait. How do you get how do you get a green thumb from a green crayon? It's made of wax. I don't think I've ever really colored my fingers with crayons. I've colored them with markers plenty of times. Heck, when I'm at work and I'm using pens, I accidentally color myself. But never with a crayon. Can you do something with the plant?
Folium cadent. When was the last time I watered this? Oh, that's right, I didn't. It's really hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I mean, it's still hanging in there.
Since I'm paying for the view, I might as well enjoy it.
What kind of bills you gotta pay, honey? I don't see you out here with a full-on mortgage and 3 kids to take care of. What the audacity on this witch? She pays. You know what? Let's just go see your boyfriend. Or rather, your ex-husband. We'll call him that.
Amber Ashworth, if I had a nickel for every time this broad got me into trouble, I'd be neck deep in nickels right now. Something was different this time. I could feel it in the air. Someone really put the scares on her. Despite her fragile appearance, Amber's a tough kid, so it was unusual to see her like this. She starts talking, and I start pretending I don't care. I told her I'm retired, for good this time. Fell on deaf ears again. Anyway, she starts talking about Millie, Paper City, her brother, and all that jazz, and I'm wondering how many times we've gone through this before. You see, we have this routine where she asks me for help, as she always does, and I play hard to get, as I always do. Eventually, I give in. We've done this so many times I've lost count. She knows the drill, and so do I. Might as well just hear her out. Her words ring through my office. They get stuck in this haze around my head, and then they get lost in the cold autumn rain outside, tapping on my window in this hypnotic manner. It's calming in a way, or is it the booze that makes me calm? Not much to do when you're retired, and hobbies were never my cup of tea. I know her standing in my doorway with her lady in distress shtick means bad news for me, and yet I know I'm in for it again. The sun is slowly setting and the rain gets heavy. The news said there will be a storm tonight.
Dang,
Hi, Ted. I heard you've retired, but
Cut the ceremony, doll. I ain't doing it.
doing what?
Whatever little plan you've schemed up this time to ruin my life. You're bad news, doll. Always were. Do me a solid this time and leave me out of it. I'm busy.
I knew you wouldn't help me. I only asked because Millie insisted you come along.
Millie, are we investigating old wives' tales now? It's getting late, doll. Shouldn't you be in bed?
I was in bed until Millie woke me up. It's not even your business. I was already in bed. You're making My birthday is coming up. Man, the way she looked in that one image, the way Amber looked, she looked like she was on her third divorce. My goodness. My birthday's coming up.
My birthday is coming up soon, and I thought I'd extend an invitation.
Your birthday was 6 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm planning some big things for my next one. I thought I'd start preparing early.
Good thinking. You don't want to repeat that fiasco from 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was really bad. Who knew salmonella was still a thing?
I know, right? Anyway, I'll tell my secretary to get you something nice.
You don't have a secretary.
Exactly. If you don't mind, babe, I'm pretty busy here, so...
Oh my god, you're still mad at me after all this time? I really need your help, and I kind of promised Millie I would ask you to come along.
Mad? Why would I be mad? I was almost thrown into a wood chipper thanks to you. I was lucky. One of the guys we investigated is in my bird-watching, poker and cigar club. And where were you? You ran off.
I was following a lead, somewhere else.
Yeah? What'd you found out?
Not much.
Not a goddamn thing. Listen, doll, I've got a nice little setup here. Lately, I've been doing some tailing work for jealous husbands down in the city. Bunch of nervous train wrecks, but the money is good. I grew tired of pulling bloated toys out of Dredge River. Our days of crime fighting are over. That whole thing, it's behind us. It belongs in the past. Capiche?
You've been practicing this speech, haven't you?
A little bit. How was it?
It was okay. The part about the bodies was a bit much.
I threw that in for dramatic effect. It wasn't in the original draft, though.
No, it was good. It gets the point across.
Does it really? You're still here, and I still have a lot of work to do.
You owe me rent. Oh, if this just doesn't push the ex-husband and wife thing. Oh my goodness. So I will say, the voice actor for Amber is really good. The voice actor for Ted's pretty good too. It's a little choppy here and there. Like where he like pauses and everything, like where he's like the whole like doing the doll thing kind of seems a little forced, but I do love his voice, honestly. Oh man. Also, is that an Iron Man toy? Just a random 3D PNG just there. Anyways, you know what? You owe me rent.
How about I just keep pretending your office isn't in my closet and you actually owe me rent?
That was kind of a cheap shot, doll. But I guess nothing ever comes for free. What's this nonsense all about, anyways?
So, according to Millie, a lot of things are happening down in Paper City lately.
What things?
Like all sorts of bad things. And there's this guy that's responsible.
According to Millie.
The mayor has issued a citywide lockdown. No one is allowed to leave or enter the city limits until all of this is sorted out. They've managed to escape through the East Tunnel maintenance route, but I think that's been closed off too.
They?
Millie and the Paper City Orchestra, Millie and the Paper City's Paper Mache Association, Millie and the Wine and Cheese of the Month Club, Millie and the Bird Watchers of the World, Millie and the Paper City Cantaloupe Enthusiasts. I like the Wine and Cheese of the Month Club.
Yeah, Millie and the Wine and Cheese of the Month Club. They need a place to,
Get drunk and eat cheese bits? It's called a living room. They have clubs for everything these days. Wait, are you making this up?
Yeah, sorry. The Mugshot Boys helped her out. I know how much you don't like them.
I mean, what's not to like? The fact that they're thieves and thugs, they literally stole a candy from a baby once.
But wasn't that baby an undercover cop?
Well, yeah, it was. But they didn't know that. Now, did they?
Anyways, they helped her escape the city through the East Tunnel, the one that leads to Flint's room, and she said he wasn't there. She believes he's gone missing. I need to go and check on Flint. Maybe he's still in the house, but Millie doesn't want me to go alone. She says it's possible for the Red Man to have found an exit to my house. She's really scared.
Wait, what Red Man?
She was telling me about this man, dressed completely in red. He came down to Paper City recently and was asking questions about me.
He's asking questions about you? What's so interesting about you?
Wow, thanks, Ted.
Hey, I'll have you know there are a lot of people out there who find me interesting. Millie is really scared of this man. I can't leave anything to chance. Will you help me out?
Whoa there, Sugar Cup. Even if I come along, and I'm still thinking that one over. I'm afraid a crucial component that'll help in our future investigation is missing.
My brother? Oh no, Ethan! Where is Ethan?
My brother?
No. Well, yeah, but something else too.
Your magnifier?
That's right, dollface. Now be a good assistant and go find it for me.
I'm sorry, your assistant?
You know what I mean. Now get cracking.
No, I don't know what you mean. Can you elaborate on that? Or the rent's gonna go up next month.
Well, since this office is in my closet, that window there is for purely decorative purposes. Where's the light coming from, though?
Wait. So how was he looking out the window when he was like everything fell on like the autumn breeze? Okay. Can I touch the fan? Is it actually stopping? Oh, it actually did stop.
It's full of Ted's past cases.
Wouldn't those also be your past cases too?
Nope.
Oh, okay, no, we ain't touching that.
So everything seems to be connected to that Chinese takeout menu. It makes this place look like a proper office.
Cool. Ted's desk.
It serves as a support for his heavy head when he passes out.
Cool. I'm gonna
That's
touch
what
everything.
the phones looked like back in the days. Now.
I love how she says that's what the phone looks like back in the days and been like, it wasn't that far off, okay?
It says on the bottom, now made without the use of horses. Horses? Is that something that should be specified? Did they make glue from horses?
You know, our glue doesn't specify that. So I have a feeling the horses are still being used.
I bet this glue will be useful. Better take it with me.
Hope you don't mind, Ted. I'm just taking it.
It says FBI on it. I bet it stands for Federal Bear Investigation.
Absolutely.
Here we see a lamp in its natural habitat. It's leaning forward, ready to leap with remarkable precision. A truly fascinating predator of the wild office?
Yeah. Bottle?
Left there for research purposes.
No, I don't want to turn off the music. Anything else I can
The
interact
light
with?
is off. I bet someone wasn't paying his electric bills. These are my clothes. The colors are more on the bright side, but I can't help it. I love vivid colors.
Because I am 8 years old, and that is only the colors that they come in when you're 8, is vivid colors.
It's my field hockey mask. My friend Jason wants to borrow it. As far as I'm concerned, he can have it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
What? Those must be Ted's. I really feel like I don't own enough shoes. And no, it's not a stereotype. It's just a fact.
I mean, you've got sneakers and ballet shoes. I really don't think you have enough shoes for the occasions that you're thinking of.
I got this for Flint with my own money. It's some guardian superhero dude. Very bleak and depressing story arc.
Okay, I think I have the things I need. So I have a what the? I've had this on me the entire time? As a small 8-year-old, I have a Swiss Army knife on me? What? I'm a little concerned for this girl, and I'm a little concerned about the parents and their parenting technique. Yeah. Can I break these? Can I just...
There we go. Now I just need a lens.
I guess.
I broke my mom's glasses. I better find use for this lens now.
I got it.
Voila! A perfect crime Ted will never know.
Hello, Ted. Would you like this?
That's not my magnifier.
What do you mean? It's a magnifier. It magnifies and everything?
No, this is my magnifier, with the lens missing, which I'm sure you broke recently. You've replaced the lens with your mom's glasses and glued them together with kids' glue.
That's preposterous. Never have I ever.
Okay, never mind. This will do, I guess. Let's head out.
Oh, I should have used the magnifying glass on the stuff around the room. Actually, do I still have it? I do. No, let's go back.
Come on.
Oh.
Do what with it?
Use it.
Are you even trying?
Yes.
Are you trying? Do what? Come on. I think so. Do what? Come on. I think so. Come on. I think so. Are you trying? Come on. Do what? I think so.
I have a lot of achievements that I still haven't gotten. So I was like trying to like use the magnifying glass on things to see if I could like, I don't know, maybe get some more dialogue or something cool. Guess not. But Millie, I convinced my ex-husband, Ted, to help me with my endeavor of finding my brother.
Millie, my toy giraffe. I've had her since I was...
Okay, yeah. You've already said that to me.
Oh, so nice to see you two working together again. True friendship is never...
Okay, forget it. I'm going back to the office.
Mr. Bear, I know you wouldn't let little miss wander around alone. Now, would you?
Why? Is your exaggeration after her?
Listen here, Mr. Bear. Little Miss needs your help. Her brother is missing. Now, you clean yourself up, get your head straight, and help her out. Or else.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Bear.
Sure, gang up on me. Anyways, we should get going. I don't have all night.
Actually, you do, because this is a video game. So let's go out into the hallway.
Let's head out. Watch my back, Ted.
Oh, I should have tried to leave, too, before I had Ted. See what happened. Dang. Sandwich?
It's a ham, bacon, lettuce, and mozzarella cheese sandwich on pimento bread. It's mounted on my wall, and it shines. So it's like a sandwich that's also kind of a lamp.
What? I mean, I guess they nailed the whole thing with, like, the child logic, because I'm just, like... There are some things that children come out with, and you're like... It's amazing how you're not bound by the laws of physics or logic. But I am still trying to figure out how you leapt from one idea to the other.
It's a fishing village, somewhere on the coast of Norway, probably.
I'm so glad I got dragged out in the middle of the night to look at the paintings hanging in your house. What else am I going to do, right?
Could drink yourself into a stupor.
It should be called Forget Me a Lot. 'Cause I never remember to water it. Get it?
But
The use of the color green is what makes this painting stand out. It's just so vivid and beautiful. You can almost taste it.
I think this is also how you can tell that this is also the imagination of a child too. Is like you have these things like here, like the weird decoration stuff, which very clearly would never be put into an actual house like this.
A box filled with all sorts of stuff. Really, just all the imaginable, useful things I need right now to solve this mystery. Packed inside a single cardboard box and left in the middle of the hallway.
it's just clothes, doll.
I know.
Oh, that is less exciting.
It belonged to my grandpa. I don't think it works, but it sure is loud.
Grandfather clock. Nice.
There's some chain thingies inside.
I want them. I can touch, so I shall have.
It's locked.
Oh. Never mind.
I bet it's full of diamonds. That's something one would have lying around in a cardboard box in the middle of the hallway, right?
Yeah.
The accentuated, almost reckless brushstrokes could be an indication of the artist's lack of formal education. Rather than paint with methodical, almost sterile precision, he instead attempts to convey his inner turmoil through his paintings, making his work better appreciated through sheer emotion.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're just such a caveman.
I love how she just politely said that the artist is stupid.
A lamp. Nothing else to it. It shines. I can see where I'm going. But if I can see where I'm going, that means I'll hardly ever get lost. So this lamp is like a beacon, reminding me that wherever I am, I can just look around and I'll find my way back home.
Sure. Yeah.
That's just...
It's just weird.
Yep, it's weird.
Hey, I suddenly need to drop a deuce.
It's so dark in here, Ted. I can't see anything.
The light is busted. We'll have to find a flashlight or something.
So I gotta poop in the dark? I don't know if I don't know if I had ever said this story, but that actually did happen at me at one point, when I was at my apartment building. A windstorm came through in my apartment building. I don't know what was wrong with it. It was not very strong against storms, which is very funny because, like I've said before, I live in New England where, like, obviously, like, you know, it's primarily snow and snowstorms or anything. So we always have really bad weather conditions up here. In my apartment building, the slightest gust of wind and the power for the entire building just went out. And one time I was on the toilet and the power went out. And it's a bathroom. There are no windows in the apartment building bathroom. So I'm scrounging around in the dark trying to figure out where to go because I didn't bring a flashlight in there with me, of course, or my phone. So yeah, that was a fun experience to have. Let's go see if my brother is in his room, if he's actually missing.
Wait, it's locked. But why?
This is mighty suspicious, doll. Wasn't there a hole in the study wall? You know, that one that you used to crawl through when you were younger.
You're right, Snoop. Maybe I can still fit through. It's worth checking out.
Cool. I mean, I don't know if this is my younger brother or my older brother. That was never really established. But if his room is locked, I don't think I want to get in there. Especially if he's my older brother. I really don't want to know. Granted, he probably locked it because he doesn't want his stupid little sister, bothering him. Especially at freaking 3 a.m. Hi, Rusty. I'll look at you in a moment.
A painting. Or is it?
Another painting.
I see 3 anthropomorphic mailboxes dancing to the captivating beats of the J. Summers Jazz Quartet. My old trusty lamp. I never walk around this hallway without her.
Has a gender? A save point?
A save point. Nah, just kidding. What is this, Resident Evil? We have autosave, you dingus.
I love when she's like, you think this is Resident Evil? And be like, excuse you. You incompetent swine. Resident Evil has a typewriter for a save point. The light thing is more probably reminiscent of like Silent Hill 2.
A painting? Or is it some sort of ink blot test?
I would love to have a psychologist pick your brain, child. Because there's clearly something wrong with it.
For when you get tired of walking up and down this hallway. It's a tree, like the ones outside, only this one is inside. It's creepy. I don't like it.
I don't like the fact that it doesn't have any leaves on it.
It's I don't know. You kind of lose your imagination after the 10,000th useless item. It's a lamp.
Is that what happened to us? Is that what happened to us adults? Or just like, you know what, I'm tired of trying to find a purpose for these useless items. They're just useless items. I just gotta accept reality.
Oh my, those curtains are wide open. The reflection from the glass is unflattering. I prefer to leave some of the view to the imagination, thank you very much.
You know, I prefer to not have the curtains open when it gets dark because now I can't see out, but whatever's out there can now see me very clearly, and I don't want it to. So I close the curtains at night.
I can see the tree outside our house. It's a willow tree. I know this because 2 years ago at the hospital, my mom told the doctor I fell from a willow tree. It was that one.
Ah. Nice. Ted.
We should check for clues in the rest of these rooms. Maybe there's something useful.
Okay. I think Ted is just basically going to be used for like a hint system, basically. So if I get stuck, I can look at Ted and be like, hey, Ted, what do I do? Anything else? That's a study. That's my parents' room, apparently. Yep. Rusty!
Rust.
Just Rust.
Hey there, Rust. It's been a while.
Sure has, Snoop. Still walking the beat?
Not lately. I finally took some time out to sort things out.
He's pretending he's retired. It takes a lot out of him, apparently.
Well, you couldn't have picked a worse time to retire, Snoop. Things are getting close to boiling point down in the city.
What's going on, Rust?
Wish I could tell you, Bear. I'm as clueless as the rest of them. One thing I know is that I was working at the steel mill one day. The damn place got blown up.
Dang. I love this voice actor, though. I love his voice. We've heard the city is in lockdown. I guess that should be more pertinent. Have you seen Flint?
Have you seen Flint, Rusty? Millie told me he might be missing.
I'm sorry, little miss. I'm afraid I haven't seen your brother. But I'm sure he's fine. Flint is a tough kid. Besides, no one has left or entered this room since I got here.
Cool. We've heard the city's in lockdown?
We've heard the city is in lockdown.
Sure is. It's been like that since the mill exploded. The official statement is that there was a gas leak down at the basement level, but we all know better.
Yeah, because if it was simply a gas leak, you wouldn't need to lock down the entire city. You think someone is trying to cover things up so no one leaves or enters the city at this point. How'd you escape? Well, we know how they escaped. And we know that no one's leaving or entering the city, so I guess it'd be the question of, do you think someone's trying to cover it up?
So you think it wasn't an accident? You think someone is trying to cover something up?
I wouldn't go that far, miss. My suspicion is that the officials don't want to make a big deal out of it. Keep the folks at ease.
What about the mill owner, that Dietz fellow? He made any enemies lately? Filed any big insurance claim or something?
Nah, Bear. Mr. Dietz is a straight-up bird. Besides, his son was down at the mill when it happened. Kid got a little ear buzz, is all.
Jeez, I'm glad he's okay, I guess. No one leaves?
So no one leaves or enters the city at this point?
That's what the lockdown implies, Bear. Folks are still escaping, though. I hear some of them got here through the tunnels. Them mugshot boys were the first to flee, and poor old Millie. I hear she got here safe.
Millie's in my room. She's resting.
Bless your kind heart, little miss. I'll stay here in the hallway. Keep an eye out.
Can you do it, Rust? You seem kind of tired.
I ain't no bunny, little miss. Some buster tries to pull a fast one on me, I'll give him a little chin music before I drop a dime on him to the elbows.
What?
He's saying he can do it.
Okay, so Rust isn't one of the mugshot boys then. I'm assuming that he's a toy that just resides in the house regardless, so... Okay.
How'd you escape?
I used the East Tunnel maintenance shaft.
Oh, never mind.
The thing was getting close to collapsing. I think they closed it off completely after I got through.
That's right, I totally forgot. He had said that he worked down at the mill in Paper City, so never mind. Know anything about the Red Man?
We've heard rumors about some Red Man. Know anything about that?
I sure do. He's the damn reason all this is happening, Bear. So this Red shows up down in PC. This was a week ago. He goes after the thugs first. Gathers information and such. No one thought nothing of it. Couple of beaten up lowlifes here and there. It's a common trait with these guys, you know? Then, the fire started. I hear a couple of guys down from the coal district gathered a posse. Try to corner this bird. No one heard from him since. And those guys are miners, Bear. They're as tough as nails.
Who is?
Those guys, Ted.
What kind of information is he after?
Well, here's the funny part, Snoop. I heard he was asking a lot of questions about our beloved Miss here. That's why I'm here. After Doris and the kids left the city, I figured I'd come here and make sure Amber stays safe. Now, don't you be dragging her on one of your ill-advised adventures, Bear.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, why would this guy be going around asking about her? You know anything about this, doll? Anyone whose life you're messing with? Besides mine, I mean. Angry boyfriend, perhaps?
Don't get smart. I never heard of this Red guy until tonight. Besides, you're the only man in my life, Bear.
Who's getting smart now? So, what kind of information is this guy after, Rust?
Haven't I told you about this already? He's asking about our little Miss here. Is he all right?
He's fine. He's just sleepy and grumpy and, like, totally not drunk.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm just sleepy and grumpy because she dragged me out in the middle of the night on some wild goose chase.
Nice to see you two are getting along after all these years.
I think it's funny that we're learning that Rusty is married and has kids. You know anything about the Yellow King?
You know anything about the Yellow King?
Not really. I guess they left the thing wide open, like open to interpretation. I personally didn't think much of it.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Well, we better get cracking. Catch you later, Rust.
Sure thing, Snoop.
Thank you, Rusty. Bye.
Bye, little miss. Don't worry about your brother. I'm sure he's all right.
I'm sure he's fine too. Totally not gonna act as like a plot mechanic for the entire reason why I'm out of bed at 3 a.m. I should probably tell Mom and Dad. What was that?
It's locked. I mean, of course it is.
You know, I do find it funny, because I do want to know, did a lot of people's parents lock their door at night? I don't remember my parents ever locking their door, simply because of the fact of, like, if I had an emergency, if I had a nightmare, if something happened, or something like that, they wanted to know that I could get to them when I was younger. frick, I think they would just sleep with the door wide open a lot of times. And they'd find me just in between them in the in their bed. Alright, to the study.
It's a small boat in the middle of a storm. I hope they made it out.
You know how they say, doll. It's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean.
What does that even mean?
I think it means that it doesn't really matter how big the ship is. It will probably sink if the storm is strong enough.
Such a tragedy.
Sure, that's exactly what that means in that context.
It's a small house in the country. It looks so peaceful there. I wish I had more time to appreciate every piece of art I come across.
Oh, she says, I wish I had more time. And it's like, what do you think you're doing right now? Oh, look, a plant.
It's growing from the sand.
Aren't you perceptive, doll? You should have been a detective.
And you should have been a 10-year-old girl, because you throw like one.
He has no muscles or bone. I'm kind of impressed to see how he's standing. He has stuffing.
My grandpa's books. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but these look so boring.
You know, I always found that funny when people are like, don't judge a book by its cover. And, you know, in a lot of instances, you shouldn't. But they also have another saying that kind of, you know, counteracts that, which is first impressions are everything. And psychology has proven that it is. When you make a first impression on somebody, it takes your brain so long to rewire itself to think differently about that person after they've made a certain first impression on you. Our brains run on stereotypes. They run on stereotypes. And there's a reason for it. There's actually a helpful reason for it. It's not necessarily because of the fact of we're prone to just that kind of influence. It's the fact of our brain keeps stereotypes around or remembers stereotypes because it's easier to store than the actual entire length of information. Our brains don't have the capacity to be able to store all of this different, like all of the intricate and tiny details about a certain person. Now, over time, obviously, as you learn about somebody, those stereotypes will go away and you will be able to hold some of those details. But of course, you only hold details about the people that are really close to you and the people that you really, really care about. People that are strangers to you, people that you don't know anything about, people that you don't find that interesting. Those pieces of information do not stick around, or at least not a lot of them. So our brains will use stereotypes in a sense to, in a way, categorize or fit information about strangers. Once we become familiar with those people, our brain then puts importance on learning details about them. But until that point, our brains are like, we don't care about them. We do not care to fit all that information, all the useless information about their 20 children or their 20 dogs or whatever. Only the necessary stuff, and if it meets other information that we can connect it to.
It looks expensive.
Break it. Something?
It's a decorative plaque of some sort, or an award for wood chopping? I don't really know.
Okay.
I've always loved this painting. It looks familiar in a way. I feel like I've been there before.
Yeah? How come you're not in it?
Because she was probably the one taking the photo. You don't know.
Just shining away. I have a similar one in my room.
You have the same lamp in your room. It's just asset reuse. Those lazy artists.
Way to break the fourth wall, Ted.
It's Anubis, protector of the deceased. It's so common you would think people have an almost unnatural fascination with death.
Is it Anubis or Anubis? I always knew it as Anubis. So it didn't break, and on top of that, apparently the entire floor is made of fluff.
There's a number written underneath, 107. What does it mean?
10-7's the police code for an unconscious or a dead person.
That's a little grim.
I don't make the rules. I sure as hell don't follow them either.
I don't know if that's a common code, actually. I was gonna say, I did actually learn when I was doing psychology with a criminal justice major, double major. One of my professors was telling me about when he was a cop for my state, and then one of our neighboring states as well later on. And so, you know how like in shows they say 10-4 to mean understood? Well, apparently in our neighboring state, or one of them, 10-4 meant repeat back to that station. So, like, they gave him the order and he said 10-4, and they repeated it again, and he's like, why did you repeat it again? And he's like, you said to repeat it. That's what 10-4 means. It's like, oh. So I don't know if 10-7 is a common code that a lot of police officers use. Obviously, if you are a police officer, if you have family members that are police officers, or you just have that information on hand, please let me know in the comments.
Highly breakable. Believe me, I know. Nothing interesting about it.
I too know that those are highly breakable. Apparently I have learned that my mother cannot keep wine glasses near me because I will find a way to break them. Specifically by just placing them in the sink.
Lex iniusta non est lex? Funny made-up words. Although they have a certain righteous ring to them.
Did you just summon Cthulhu? Please, don't. Amber, you wanna smoke?
Ew, cigars are gross. Of all the places in the world, the flavor country seems least appealing to me.
The flavor country?
So many places to visit. If I had a lot of money, I would spin this and travel to where my finger lands. Hopefully not in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Or Bermuda's Triangle, that would also be kind of bad. Maybe not travel to Ukraine or Russia right now.
Let's take this bad boy for a spin.
Wow, that's some spin. Do it again.
Let's take this bad boy for a spin. Let's take this bad boy for a spin.
Okay, rule of threes, and I didn't get an achievement for it, so never mind.
It looks pretty. The sand, I bet, came from somewhere far away.
That dim-witted boy sells these down at the local market, so the sand probably came from...
Nope, somewhere far away. Maybe some desert.
Sure, the desert.
Or beach. Or maybe he made this... Well, no, you can't. Can you? No. No, you can't. Probably could make sand.
It looks pretty. The sand...
That dim...
Nope.
Sure.
A book titled It's a Wonderful Lie, The Judicial System and How to Exploit It for Profit. So many stupid words. I hate boring books.
What do your parents do for work again?
I just love these old paintings. If I fail in my quest to become a world-renowned novelist and Pulitzer Prize winner, maybe I'll become a painter.
Sure. Are they letting just anyone be a painter these days?
Hey, I'm only 10 years old. The world is my oyster.
Yeah, I miss being 10 years old when I had that mentality, and I was like, oh, I can be anything I want to be. The world can't stop me. I learned really fast the world could stop me pretty quickly on a dime.
Please, whoever finds this log, I'm one of the developers, for bear with me. I didn't want to do it. They've made me. Please send some. Oh no, I can hear him coming.
Wow, that's just disturbing.
Yep.
She's some. You know, these are the things about the game that I totally forgot about, because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, oh, this is just gonna be like a wholesome, somewhat family, but you know, just like a mystery story. Nothing that bad. And then that happens.
Hey, a flashlight. But there are no batteries inside.
There's bound to be some in the house.
We can ask Rusty if he'll give us one of his. I'll take the flashlight with me.
Okay, well, I have that. Key? Can I get key?
There's a small key up there. It looks lonely.
I guess you could say. It's just hanging around.
Dang.
We'll have to find another way.
You can't, like, stand on Amber's shoulders and just grab it.
This chair is so comfortable, but we don't have time to sit around. Well, Ted will probably need to at some point. He's getting old.
Huh? I wasn't listening. You just ramble on and on sometimes.
You didn't hear me 'cause you're old.
I'm afraid you've contracted the OLD. I'm sorry, Ted. Your days are numbered. Well, I do have one battery on me, so I can at least put that in the flashlight.
This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these.
Ah! Okay, so we really... yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Hole in the wall.
This hole leads to Flint's room. It's covered in cobwebs, though. That's so gross. Go in, Ted, and check it out. I'll wait for you here.
I'm sorry, doll. As much as crawling through spider-infested holes sounds appealing to me, I have to pass. See, spiders tend to nest in my fur, and then I have to take a bath and go through this whole fumigation process. It's a mess.
Valid. I will accept it. My excuse would have just... What?
What the hell? What was that?
I don't know, Ted. Lights? Tricks?
Yeah, I guess. I'm getting too old for this.
This thing.
Yeah, sounds right.
Not really.
Where is he? I am also asking the same question. I didn't look at this plant, did I?
It's all dried up, serving as a reminder of life's fleeting nature.
Child, are you alright? I mean, clearly not, but, like, on the others categories, are you alright? Rusty, my man, I gotta ask you a question.
Rust, we need a big favor.
What's this about, Bear?
Rusty, we need a battery for our flashlight. We thought you could help us out.
Sure, I got batteries, but here's the problem, miss. If I give you a battery, I gotta shut down for the rest of the night, and I have to keep an eye out.
Can't we get just one? Take the edge off.
We could take some of that edge off, Rust. Why don't you rest your eyes for a bit and let me and the doll here take over?
You? No offense, Bear. I respect you as much as anyone in Paper City, but this here is different. I don't think you could handle this red guy on your own. You should take care of Miss Amelia and leave the patrol to me.
Are you saying I'm not qualified for watch duty? We have to wrap this thing up, fast. There's a bottle of carrot juice in my desk that's longing for my return. We can keep an eye out for anyone suspicious in the meantime. Besides, you know I'm more than qualified. That nasty business from a couple of years ago, with them robots going missing. I was the one that brought that whole shady affair down, and you know it.
Are you trying to play me, Bear? I know you had nothing to do with that. That thing went so high up, there's no chance in hell Snoop like you even got close to wrapping it up.
You seem to have blown a fuse there, Rust. It was me who cracked that case, and I can prove it. I have the case file and the credentials, handed to me by the commissioner in my office somewhere.
Okay, settle down there, Bear. Let's make a deal. You show me the credentials, and I'll hand over the battery. It's not that I don't believe you. I just want to make sure you're not playing me is all.
Okay. Can we just have one, though?
Can't you give us just one battery, Rusty? You'll still have a couple of them left, right?
Here's the thing, little miss. It's a closed circuit.
She knows. She's just playing on your soft side, Rust.
Got it.
Ted and Amber move away.
Oh my god, Ted, you're not supposed to read the brackets. A do-over?
Keep it rolling! We should get to my office, doll. There's an old file I have to find.
What's this whole deal about anyways? Why can't he just give us a battery? We can keep an eye out.
Rust is having a hard time coping with what happened. He worked in that mill for over 20 years, and now suddenly he's got nothing to do. Let's just do this to humor him.
Poor Rust. Okay, you're right. Let's find that file.
I think by the time this is over, we're going to meet a lot of people in his position.
Probably. I mean, they did say that Paper City is going up in flames, and I imagine if it's called Paper City, it's going up in a blaze of glory. Also, I didn't look at the attic door.
That leads to the attic. No, really, that's all there is to it. It leads to the attic, hence the name, the attic door.
Cool. Okay, well, I need to go back into here. Millie, how you doing? You need anything? Coffee?
Be careful, you two.
Okay. Nope. Nope.
There should be an old file here somewhere. Nasty business from a couple of years ago. The robot union hired me to look into several cases of robot kidnappings.
I remember. That CEO of Illuminarium, Skinner, used robot parts to manufacture headlights at low prices.
Yep, I brought down that whole shady deal. Almost got shot in the process. Rust finds me unqualified for lookout duty. Probably thinks I'm a burnout.
You're not a burnout, Ted. I mean, you were more driven before, but I understand you've had a lot on your mind lately. Anyways, I'm really glad you're with me on this one.
Sure thing, doll. What am I going to say no to you?
Thanks, Ted.
Don't mention it, partner.
Kinda sweet, actually. I do find it funny, too, because it's just like... or rather just morbid. It's just really morbid. Yeah, that guy Skinner was using robot parts. Imagine people going missing and their bodies just being remanufactured into like lamps, flesh lamps or something. Or even like repurposed into food.
There. Is this it?
Yep, that's the one. Let's head back to that hothead robot.
Cool. Hey, Rusty, I got something for ya. Here you go.
There you go, buddy. Signed and authorized by Commissioner Locke himself. Anyways, we really need that battery now, Rust. Time's a factor here.
So it was you. I'll be damned. That was a big deal for us robots, you know? I always held you in high regard, Bear. But you just earned my utmost admiration, let me tell you. You can have my battery. I can use a little shut-eye, to be honest. Keep an eye out, and keep little miss here safe. Oh, and check on Millie from time to time. Make sure she's all right.
Thanks, Rust. We won't let you down.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Get some sleep. We'll wake you up in the morning.
That just looks really creepy.
Rust.
I mean, I'm sure his eyes are just closed, but it looks like his eyes are like shut off. Okay, well, let's use his
Hey, I
batteries.
got it working.
Cool. Let's go back to the bathroom then. Kind of wondering. Okay, great. So the old trick for a lot of these point and click games of holding down the space bar to see what objects are interactable with is not a factor in this game, unfortunately. So here's hoping I don't get too stuck. Oh.
You should really know what this is by now, buddy.
It's where I take long showers and contemplate life. Also, I sing.
I do not sing in the shower, but I do contemplate life while also washing every inch of my body because I cannot stand the idea of being dirty.
It's a waterfall. It looks pretty. Lots of creams and powders, also hair gel, a sponge thingy, some kind of paste, and so on, intended to make you look presentable when applying for a low-income 9-to-5 position to grind away the days. I don't really know what all that means. I picked it up in a movie once.
Oh, I thought for a minute she was gonna say she picked it up from her mom and been like, "Is your mom okay?"
Nah, I'm pretty as it is.
Oh. You don't want to, like, use some of that?
Fun fact, if you stuff a bunch of them down the toilet and flush, the water will overflow and the repair guy will come to fix it. He will also complain about the economy and how he has to work on Sundays.
Are you sure that wasn't your dad? Because that would have me. Also, pills?
They're my mom's. I'm not really sure what they're for.
I mean, I'm sure they're just generic Advil or what. Well, they're in prescription bottles. I mean, maybe like real strong prescription Tylenol. Maybe she works a job where she hurts all the time. You know, my mom works in manufacturing and she hurts all the time.
It's full of bathroom stuff.
Toilet paper.
Classic TP, found in most bathrooms. What's there left to say that hasn't been published in Science Weekly already? Am I right?
The fact that it's a hot commodity come 2020.
Maybe in our world, a happy little bush lives there. Just sitting there between light and dark shades of blue.
Happy little bush that was a happy little accident.
A waterfall. I feel like a lot of these are waterfall based.
In a bathroom, which is aptly placed.
Submerged ruins of an ancient temple.
Oh,
A
one's on the
painting
floor.
Of something or another, it's too small to tell.
Oh, this one on the floor.
A painting on the floor. Trying to get out of town, eh? You owe money to the art community. Listen here, man. I'll cut you a deal. I'll take on your debt and pay those money-grubbing watercolor pushers. Maybe I'll call you on your debt sometime. Maybe not. What do you say? Beats living on the run.
I'd rather live on the run.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Oh, that's a great reference. What it reminds me of is the baby that's being, oh, what is it? What is it called? But, like, the baby that's being, christened or something like that. By, like, the clergyman. It just reminds me of that.
It's a trash can. Surprisingly, it's full of trash.
Poop-covered toilet paper, bloody tampons, a failed pregnancy test.
I'm not going through trash. It's just my work ethic. Used to clean around the house.
Also can act as poison.
No, but nice try, Mom. used by oh so many French maids.
And your mom.
This duster may come in handy. I'll take it with me just in case. Used for not washing your face, because water is gross in the morning.
What's wrong with your water in the morning versus at night?
Every time I look at it, I see a beautiful princess. She's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies.
Why in France? There are plenty of perfectly good castles in other areas.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who will be a beautiful princess who's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies?
You are Amber? Like for totes.
I knew it.
Did that thing just talk?
I don't know. Did it?
Like Totes McScroats, Amber, you're totally gonna be an awesome princess with like 50,000 ponies.
It's full of uninteresting stuff. Pairs of towels just hanging out.
I actually totally thought she was gonna do the red rum thing. Or Bloody Mary kind of idea. But we got what we needed. Have you seen him yet?
What's happening? What is this? Doll, you seeing this?
I don't know, Ted. What was that?
It's fine. It's nothing, probably. It's the middle of the night, and the light is playing tricks on us. Let's go.
I've never seen words written in red rum written on a wall ever in my life, regardless of how tired I am. Asking me, have I seen him yet, and then not specifying who him is. Okay, well, let's get the feather duster then.
There, I cleaned it up. Go crawl through.
Why don't you crawl through?
Obviously, I can't fit. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Sure you would. The case was spinning out of control, so fast I had to hold onto my hat. Nothing made sense, and it was getting more twisted by the minute. We've come across an old buddy of mine, who has suddenly found himself out of purpose and place. The steel mill, where Rust worked for years, got blown to bits. Hundreds of hard-working, honest people lost their jobs overnight. The police are writing it off as an accident. Coincidentally, there were a lot of accidents this past week. The whole damn city was burning up and no one was doing anything about it. Did I pick the wrong time to get out of that dump?
No, you picked the
According
right
to
time.
Rust and Millie, one man is responsible for all this mayhem. In 1 week, he's become a synonym for fear throughout the city, and police and thugs alike are shuddering at the mention of his name. They call him the Red Man. I have a strong feeling in my gut. It's all somehow connected. My retirement, the fires, and the official cover-up. What happened to Flint, the Red Man. It's all leading to her. I feel she is the key to all of this. The last piece of the puzzle I have to solve. Does she know more than she's led me to believe? Or have I let my suspicions get the better of me? It's hard for me to admit this. It's also downright stupid. But I've let myself trust her over the years we've worked together. And I have to trust her now. Sooner or later, we'll find ourselves back in that hellhole of a city. This bond I have with her will be the only thread I'll have to hold on to when things go from bad to worse. In Paper City, all bets are off, but the stakes were never as high as now.
Clearly. Okay. That's where I'm going to call this part off here. Got these lovely looking gentlemen to interact with next time. Like I've said before in some previous videos, it's funny because even though I've played these games before, and I know the overarching story, of course, so I know how this all ends, one of the things I love doing when going back and playing games is seeing all the small details that I missed along the way that lead up to telling me that story. When you're playing a game for the first time, you get a lot of information thrown at you that a lot of the smaller details sometimes you might miss. And for me, it's like, as much as I love lore-based stories and stuff like that, you know, I can miss a lot of those small details on my first playthrough, so it'll be really interesting to see what details I pick up this time around and seeing how it all connects to the ending. But yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm obviously gonna be playing more of this, but I'll probably do it after Halloween. So this will all be gone when the next part goes up. But yeah, I hope to see you there. Bye bye.